Hi guys, this is Julia from Avalon Visuals. Thank you for tuning into the weekly energy update. I'm going to do this every Monday, so you might want to check out last week's reading as well to see if the messages are relatable for you. I always do this on a Sunday evening to check out the Monday video that I did for this week, and I have to say 95% of the times the messages are so on point and so relatable to the things that are happening. This week's energy update is a little bit different, I feel, because I feel like I'm always working in piles. So I have 3 different piles, and each pile has, in this case now, 2 tarot cards and 3 Lenormand cards. And sometimes different aspects or different situations are showing up, and I feel like this week we have one large situation here. I want to show you the cards as well, and you're gonna see them here on my left. I'm gonna use the Wildwood Tarot. And also what I want to say is that this is not specifically in a specific order. I know I'm using 3 piles now, but it can't... like I said, it's a little bit different. I feel like this week, I feel like we have one situation that you're dealing with, but usually would say that just because I'm showing you the cards now at the beginning doesn't mean that this is happening straight away at the beginning of the week. Anyway, let's just start. And okay. So the first cards that we have here from the tarot are the 6 of Vessels and the 4 of Vessels. So these are obviously the cup cards, and we do have with the 6 of Vessels a reunion card. So someone or something from the past is coming back into your life. This is specifically a soulmate card. And since I have done this video already for the German people on my German channel today in the morning, I do feel like most of you guys are dealing with a soulmate connection. A soulmate connection could be someone like a lover, like a friend. It could even be a family member. But yeah, we do get a lot of emotions here. So someone coming back from the past in one way or the other. Sometimes this card can talk about childhood issues, not issues, but about the childhood or the inner child, especially with the 4 of Vessels, 4 of Cups, which is the card of rejection, of abandonment in a way, not really being fulfilled also. So obviously this could mean, I'd say, 2 things. Either there is a situation coming up that reminds you of your childhood and your childhood wound that is related to abandonment, or there is a situation with a soulmate, maybe even a reunion. Yes, it might be, but there might also be something where you feel a little bit bored, where you don't know if it still is fulfilling for you, if this is still what you want. The cards below are the Crossroads, which talks about a decision. Then the Heart, obviously, that is the heart. So a decision in love or a decision made like you following your heart. And after that we have the Rider. So there might come a message in. For some reason, especially with the energy of the 4 of Cups, I do feel like there is a situation, maybe something related to your childhood, in a way that certain patterns are coming up here, but I do feel there's some sort of situation where it's about decisions in your love life or related to emotions. There might come a message in, but for some reason I don't feel you jumping in. I don't really in this situation see you as very happy here because of the 4 of Cups. So there might be something that is like turning around in circles and you're just like bored because something is coming back again. And then the decision and the rider could be a meeting or a message or some sort of movement in general. But I do feel for some reason you don't know if this is still fulfilling. And it also feels like there's some sort of cycle where you might be a little bit bored. And it feels like you don't want to repeat over and over again. I mean, just look at the 4 of Vessels here, right? This was a card where today in the morning I really needed to laugh because I was just like, yeah, this person that sits there is really like, yeah, I can't be bothered anymore. That's the energy here. But obviously this also talks about observing a situation and trying to figure out what excites you, trying to figure out what would fulfill you now. So it's also, it doesn't need to be the very dramatic, oh my God, I don't want to do this anymore energy, but it could be a very observative energy, that you're observing something. You're observing here some sort of decision. You're observing maybe there is a meeting, maybe someone from your past is coming back into your life, maybe from a past life, maybe from this life. But it feels like you are a little bit observing, very aware, very conscious, observing if this is still what you want. Going now to the next card, or pile of cards. This is very interesting because we do have the opposite card here now, which obviously could talk about two different situations, but I do feel, so either there are two people in your life, and the one thing is something, yes, it might be a soulmate related connection, but it also feels like this is not really fulfilling anymore. So that could be one thing. And then we do have this other part here where the 9 of Vessels is talking about, that's wish fulfillment or fulfillment in general. This is being very content, very happy, and like I said, fulfilled. So it could mean that there are two different people. One that is, or two different situations. One that is not fulfilling anymore, and the other one would be very much fulfilling. But there is a decision, and the 2 of Arrows is talking about, because that's the 2 of Swords, talking about being indecisive, being unable to make a decision because of confusion. Because something is not quite clear yet. And also below, I'm gonna talk about these cards already, we do have the Gentleman here of the Lenormand, which most of the time is the other person. So it might be that this is related to you making a decision but being a bit unclear, being a bit uncertain about the stability and security in this connection. That could be something. Maybe the other person needs to make a decision here, but is unable at the moment to make a decision because of unclear things that are still anchoring this person, or because of, again, the fact that there's something unclear related to stability and security. The Anchor is also a typical card for work, so there might be an influence that is causing some confusion that is related to work and stability in that sense. But in general, I see there is wish fulfillment. There is the potential of the 9 of Cups. So either you or the other person is at the moment not able to make a decision here. And I also see now that when I look onto the Anchor is not moving. The Anchor is like something being stagnant, something being still. So there is something related to this. Like I've said, maybe those both piles, the first and the second, are related to the same situation, that you are bored of something here, something coming back, repeating, but then there is this inability to make a decision, even though there is wish fulfillment and happiness waiting, and you're just like, well, I can't be bothered anymore. Or there are two different situations where one situation is not fulfilling you anymore, and for the other situation that would potentially fulfill, there needs to be a decision, and for some reason this decision is not being made this week. The interesting thing is, if I now go to the last pile of cards, I do kind of like feel that this is the reason, and this is also why I feel that this whole reading this week is talking about one situation where it's about your love life, very, very potentially about your love life, or something that is really fulfilling or not fulfilling, or like I said, both. But let's go to the third card, or pile of cards, which is talking about the 10 of Bows and the Knight of Vessels. Actually, I said today in the German reading it's a king, because these cards are new and I'm not really used to the images, that this is the Knight of Vessels. For the people watching from the German channel, I actually made a little mistake, but even this is something that is intended, I guess, from the universe. I do feel though that the energy is pretty much the same or very similar, but since we do have the Knight, and I'm aware of this now, I do feel this does make a little bit more sense. So the Knight of Vessels, the Knight of Cups, is someone who's very romantic. So we do have again a romantic energy here. Someone making you an offer, maybe someone who's poetic, intuitive, creative, artistic, maybe even, and this person comes to you with a cup. With the Knight, we don't have the very mature energy. You want to have the King of Cups, actually, if you want to have a very, very mature person. So with the Knight, you just don't know where it is going towards. Is this something you can rely on, or is this just nice words and compliments? So that's the energy of the Knight of Vessels. Could be quite romantic though, as I've said, but then again, who knows where this is leading to. With the Ten of Bows, we see responsibility. So it seems like this person you're dealing with has a lot of responsibility. Maybe you are the person. So the energies can flip. So just turn it around however it suits your situation. But there is a situation where responsibility is playing a role. Someone carrying too much, maybe mentally, maybe emotionally, maybe physically, maybe too many responsibilities when it comes to work. So that could be something here why the anchor showed up. Maybe too many responsibilities, too many karmic responsibilities even. So there's something related to this where I feel like this is part of the other cards here. We do have the snake energy, and the snake is talking about complications and delays in the situation because of, I feel like, responsibilities or something that the other person is still carrying. It could be another woman, so it could be a mother, a sister, a friend, or the other woman of this specific person that you're dealing with. And there's something related to the Tower, which again, that could mean independence, especially when then there is a connection with the anchor. Anchor and Tower means independence, being self-employed. Obviously they are not immediately next to each other, almost next to each other here. So that could be something that plays a part in a way. So there might be a delay and a burden, someone who's really like carrying a lot, trying to get independent here. With the flowers, it can mean being creative. That could be something. But also and then having like some sort of delays in this situation. The other aspect could be that someone is working through a withdrawal or a separation with another woman. Maybe this other person is also withdrawing the friendship in one way or the other, because the flowers can stand for friendship, for being appreciated and valued. But this is all with the Tower. It's like someone setting boundaries, someone saying no. So that's an energy that we have here. And I do feel because of this situation, I feel like I've said, this has something to do with the first or the second or even both piles. This is what I got for you this week. I hope you resonate with it. Please let me know in the comments below if you resonate with this, and if this is for you one situation, or if it is like two situations that are part of your life at the moment that you're working through. And yeah, I'd say have a lovely day and see you next time.